like override over the girl.
Because a 27-year-old man, with a
Exactly. It's right both ways, though. It's right both ways.
But it's not that serious with us.
Why?
Y'all don't claim rape.
Listen, it's just the fact that
Hold on.
I would like
it's the fact that if anything happens in the relationship, the minor can say, like, accuse them of assaulting them, like, you know. So age does matter. It really does.
Issue of trust, you said?
It would be.
There's nothing in common though.
You think a guy can't accuse rape? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, but they
they
wouldn't really claim rape. One of them would really claim rape.
Yeah. So that's why it's different, because the guy is most likely going to be down with a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what your reason? What's your reason for it to be okay for a dude but not
I think it's okay for a dude because a 17-year-old girl is more likely to be gullible and more susceptible to a 27-year-old guy's game.
Can I say something? Okay.
Like, yeah, girls mature faster, but when it comes to
I was going to bring that up, but I really have like a lot of things to say about this because I was like kind of involved with something like that, but not me personally in the relationship when younger. But I knew people who did that, and I'm not okay with that because I had experiences with older men hitting on me when I was like 15 years old. But one of the many factors is biologically women we mature faster than we all, like how you just said. Like we're typically, our mind is a little bit older, we handle situations a little bit better, we think with emotions, y'all think with logic sometimes. And sometimes y'all think with this more than y'all think with this. But aside from that, like either way, it's just the double standard of everything. Like it's okay for Jews to do this, that, and the third, but it's never okay for that to do this, that, and the third. We can't have our pleasure, but y'all can have yours. It's just nothing. It goes down to just double standard. But at the same time, legally, if you put this in court, no matter if you're a male or a female, if you are a minor and you're messing with an older person, and it's statutory rape, regardless of whether you want to. Is it different in Jersey?
Are the ages different in Jersey?
No, it's the same.
Not a statute.
And you got 3 years consent.
No, 4.
4.
Wait, say that again.
Anything over 4, like years spread, anything over 4 is statutory rape.
Oh, so is it 17 and 21? I mean, 17 and 20 is not bad?
No.
But 17 and
That's still nasty.
that's still, it's still,
Hold on,
17.
18 is the golden number.
It's like you know, the statute such and such, article such and such. It's like it's different clauses to it, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's different clauses to it. Like you could be 17, but are you in the mental state of a grown-up?
It doesn't matter.
The police got to do it that way. If you in the mind state of that,
They're not going to do that, bro. I got to disagree.
What do you mean they're not going to do it?
Even if you are in the mindset of a 25-year-old at 17, you still 18, like your parents.
Yeah.
Over 16, if you're able to sign working papers, you're able to have.
That's like saying if you want to get married. That's like saying if you want to get married.
You gotta be 18, 17, no matter what. Unless if the police is involved, more than likely your parents called them.
So
they don't
17
have
to
to
20,
prove
that man's not going to jail. If it's 17 to 20, or you're not going to jail.
Oh, no.
You're not going to jail whatsoever. And if you're 21, you're not going to jail.
Okay, wait.
I'm telling you.
Well, when I was in high school, I learned from my law teacher. I learned from my law teacher, and she was a lawyer. I mean, she said that even if you are 18, your parents could still call and say whatever because that's a complaint. So you could still that still could be statutory rape or whatever. But I kind of disagree with her. I disagree because
Well, which part of what she said?
when she said that I think she said something about well, first let me say what I agree on. I agree how she said that we do develop fast and everything like that. But in my own mind, I feel that it's kind of like, what if a girl's 27 and a boy's 17? What could she possibly get from him? For me, yeah, what could she possibly get from him? But at the same time, the girl is 17 and the man is 27. What could she get from him? Like that. So it's like, what could a 17-year-old man do for a girl? But what could a 27-year-old man do for a girl? I mean, wait. What could you get? I mean, you know what I mean. So I feel like it's okay.
The age, the 10-year gap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
To be honest, like what do you have in common with a 20-year-old?
That's what I was gonna say.
Like,
What
there's
do you have
nothing in common. Like, you can go,
I
the
don't care if
person
you're
can go to
boy
the
or girl.
club, but you're gonna be home watching cartoons.
It's like you're at two different points in your life. That's what I was saying.
Like, a 20-year-old
Oh,
and
hey,
a
honey, what you have for
yeah.
lunch? Like, what do you want to talk about? Y'all want to I don't
Okay,
care.
okay, y'all using 17, 27. What about 40 years old and 62 years old?
That's
Who
not
has
a
older?
difference.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's
They
just
both
grown.
grown.
See, still, it wouldn't matter. Y'all using 17, 27. What about 30 and 40 something?
If I'm
Like,
20 years because that's two adults.
but what if they were
Yeah.
dealing with each other since they were
But y'all
young?
talking about age gap, not adultery or adults
No,
or
we're talking about
teenagers.
Age
That's
gap.
why
Yeah, age gap in general.
But no, but
Age gap.
she's comparing a 7-year difference between a 30 and a 30 and a
So,
40-year-old.
okay,
Different than
so what about
17.
27 and 37 then?
That's adults.
But what
It's
if
not
they were
adults.
dealing with
It's
each other since they was young?
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
Then what?
Okay, what about this?
You see what I'm
15
saying?
and 25 versus 25 and 35. You're telling me that's no. So a 15-year-old can relate to a 25-year-old the same way a 35-year-old can relate to that 25-year-old.
It's the same thing, because at one point there was, because at one point, nah, but listen, because at one point it was the same thing when the girl was 15, right? If she's 25 and the male is 35, right? At one point.
So meaning they were together.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying they should have got together. It's like you get together with the 35-year-old at 25. You don't get together with the 25-year-old at 15.
But you're talking about age gap. You're not talking
But I'm
about.
talking about maturity. The age gap is the difference. It's the difference between 15 and 25 than 25 and 35.
I put it this way: back in the day, like in old school relationships, you know how you have them old folks that be together for 60 years and stuff like that. Back in the day, older men would get married with 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds, and everything was fine.
They grow older.
But I'm saying,
It was legal and crap like that. Like all that stuff is illegal now. It's times have changed.
but yeah.
That's like what they was dealing with each other since they were 17, 27. And then now they like, that's different. Whatever.
Alright, that's like different.
But that's based on a personal
But then it's
opinion.
okay.
Because
They
somebody
grow
could look at that
older.
as disgusting, but
It's
somebody
different
else.
social norms.
Yeah.
It's like in Africa they do that.
That's like
I get
saying
what you're saying.
if someone's culture is like that. You guys are like, it's like someone saying, oh well, that's
But it also
talk
depends
down on them
it also
because of
depends on
their
the parents.
Yeah, it's just in this culture. I just don't think like it's different. Like people over in Africa and stuff, they're having babies, they're doing different stuff. They're at a different maturity level. The average 14, 15-year-old here is not mature. Y'all come here in Berkeley at 18 years old acting like, some of y'all, acting like y'all have no sense. So let alone a 15-year-old, I don't, you know this. Everybody that came here as a freshman, sophomore, senior, freshmen that come in here, y'all look at them crazy. I'm saying some of the freshmen, y'all look at them like, oh my gosh, these girls are so don't compare that 18-year-old to an 18-year-old in Africa or in Europe or whatever, where their whole mentality is totally different. They're struggling, they're poor, they're raising their families from the age
people
of 6
struggle
or
here
7.
too.
But I'm saying that you come to college, you can't be struggling that much. You still found money to. I mean, you can be struggling, but it's not the same type of struggle as it is. In
What does that have to do with being
I'm
with a
saying
relationship?
the mentality is different for a 15-year-old in Africa than it is here too. I'm saying that plays a lot of part into the type of relationship. 15-year-old in Africa could be taking care of the family, could be the sole breadwinner of her whole family.
Okay, so now what does that have to do with a male or a female?
I'm saying a 15-year-old female here in the States with a 25-year-old male. I mean, yeah, 15-year-old female here in the States with a 25-year-old male is different. I think it's just imbalanced.
Okay, so what about the other way around in Africa?
In Africa, it's culturally different. I don't know if I still feel uncomfortable, but it's probably different. They're probably seen as equals in that society. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not. But I'm just talking about. See, y'all keep talking about history. I'm talking about now.
2013.
Now, so if I was bringing, I'll be 27. If I brought a 16-year-old here and I said that was my boyfriend, y'all would be like, oh, that's cool, right?
No, that's nasty.
It's
not nasty,
But that's because
It's
it's
not.
underage.
I would just look at
That's because it's underage.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
it's
we're
not
talking
like it's
about.
nasty.
Underage, so some people saying it's okay.
Oh no, if you're underage, no. I thought you meant like the difference between the ages. Like if I'm 20 and going out with somebody who's
Yeah, no, but if you're going out with somebody technically underage,
okay, yeah, that's
some people are saying it's okay. But okay, I'm gonna let you talk and then I want to change.
So then what about arranged? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I think the issue is with that gap is the expectation. Somebody who's 30-something compared to the 20-something or the teenager is expecting to get married, is expecting to have kids when the other person isn't ready to that. I think that's where the conflict comes in. I don't think it's okay. It depends whether they agree or not. Because it can be, that's challenging.
Oh, and it kind of also can depend on, like a 17-year-old and 21-year-old, like, it also depends on the parents, because you can be with that person, whatever, you can be in love with the person, whatever, but the parents, if they don't like it, they can, you know, call the cops or whatever. Because that happened to my friend.
That's a close age gap.
Okay, we can agree to disagree, because I feel like these two strongly right here. The 10-year gap and shouldn't matter.
No, because it's like making it seem like arranged marriages. It may be arranged, but it's the same concept. Like, what makes it okay for arranged marriage as opposed to?
But doesn't it involve religion, though?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, it was a cultural thing to do that. Like, that was how it was. Like, a 13-year-old was gonna get married with an
Yeah,
older.
I just
Like,
think
that's
it's
how it was.
I think the 13-year-old back then is different than the 13-year-old now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because they're ratchet now.
yeah, that's the thing about the
They're
13-year-old now.
ratchet.
Exactly. Okay, next topic is we'll talk about this forever. Okay, since we're talking about different expectations, I'm not going to do the age expectation. I want to do more about the male-female expectation. See, we have a slight difference in opinion as far as like what we should do in relationships, and I brought this up before. The male-female best friend thing. This is what I don't like. It's okay for him to have a female best friend, but it's not okay for me to have a male best friend. No, a lot of people do not. They say, somebody told me this before. They were like, if you're too close to the guy's got expectations for you. Because he doesn't see, if he's straight, he doesn't see you as a friend. That's what, he sees that it could be the potential more.
It can be like a brother.
Nah, look, for real, everybody know I got a best friend. Everybody know my best friend, Pam. Feel me? I would never bust a move with her because, you know, I have, you know, I'm comfortable with my girl. Even if my girl gets a best friend that's a dude, I'm comfortable. I'm okay with that. What is he? You know,
No, some
dudes flip out over it.
What's your insecurity?
Say you're attracted to your best friend, but you're not.
Let's take Holly Berry.
I like Holly
That's
Berry.
not even fair.
That's not fair, son. How many times you gonna bump into Holly
That's your
Berry?
best friend, and you expect me to be secure in the fact that Holly Berry's your best
Why
friend.
you insecure?
Yeah.
Why you insecure?
Hold on. The fact that a girlfriend, if you have a girlfriend, you would expect her to, you would expect to know her already, you know, so you guys are comfortable with each other. So obviously I'm gonna introduce you to like Pam, like you said, to my best friend.
But you were involved with the best friend.
In the past?
Come on,
But
now.
No, wait, that's a whole different.
Yeah,
But if you already know about my best friend and you still have a problem with it, that's on you because I've known her longer.
But what about, but you shouldn't have a problem with my male best friend if I've known him longer too.
Yeah, but it's different with a man because a man.
See, that's the.
Because no, you said earlier. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Angie, along with you, said that a man thinks with this sometimes.
I didn't say.
So
I said that.
she said that. Yeah. No. But in Angie's case, she was saying that it's a difference in the way that you think. A man may not be able
Hold on,
to
time
talk
out.
that time.
So women don't think with their partners need?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Come on.
No,
Because y'all be thirsty sometimes. Y'all be fiending.
Okay, so every man's trying to say
I didn't. Y'all make it say that. I didn't say that.
I understand, but don't jump on the man's case.
Yeah, like-
But you're playing yourself because you're saying you don't have that self-control. You're saying, oh, my male best friend does not have the self-control to eventually want to hit on me. But your female best friend has that self-control, so you get to have the right female best friend.
It's a proven fact that men have a tendency to make that move. More than a female will go and make that move. Because females have more respect. All right, hold on. Can